Welcome. Despite all we know, history is still filled with shadows and unanswered questions. Some mysteries have echoed through centuries, captivating minds and defying explanation. Today, we'll explore 10 of the most enduring historical enigmas, stories that challenge what we think we know. From vanished colonies to cryptic messages, these cases remind us that history is a living narrative, with secrets still waiting to be uncovered. Let's begin our countdown into the unknown. In the late 1500s, a group of more than 100 English men, women, and children set sail across the vast Atlantic Ocean, driven by dreams of a new life and the promise of a permanent English settlement in North America. They landed on Roanoke Island, off the coast of what is now North Carolina, and began to build their colony, facing the unknown in a strange and challenging land. Their appointed governor, John White, soon found himself in a desperate situation. Supplies were running low and relations with local tribes were tense. White made the difficult decision to return to England for help and much-needed provisions. But his journey back was fraught with obstacles. England was at war with Spain, and the seas were dangerous. White's return was delayed not just by months, but by 3 long years. When John White finally managed to return to Roanoke Island, he was met with a chilling and inexplicable scene. The settlement was deserted, there were no signs of violence, no graves, and no trace of the colonists. Only the word Croatoan carved into a weathered post, and the letters CRO etched into a nearby tree. Theories about the colonists' fate have swirled for centuries. Some believe the settlers may have sought refuge with the friendly Croatoan tribe on nearby Hatteras Island. Others suspect they perished from disease, starvation, or conflict. A few even suggest they tried to sail back to England on their own, only to be lost at sea. Despite decades of archaeological digs and historical research, no definitive evidence has ever been found to explain what happened to the lost colonists. The site remains a puzzle, with more questions than answers. Artifacts unearthed in the region, such as trade beads, pottery shards, and tools, suggest there was some contact between the English settlers and local Native American tribes. Yet these clues only deepen the mystery, leaving historians and archaeologists to wonder if the colonists truly assimilated, or if their story ended in tragedy. The silence that lingers over Roanoke Island is haunting. More than 4 centuries later, the fate of the lost colony remains one of America's oldest and most enduring mysteries, captivating the imagination of all who hear its story. One word, Croatoan, is all that's left, a single enigmatic clue to a vanished world. In 1937, Amelia Earhart, already a celebrated aviator and a symbol of daring ambition, set out to achieve what no woman had done before: fly around the world at the equator. Her journey captured the imagination of people everywhere, as she pushed the boundaries of what was thought possible for both women and aviation itself. With her trusted navigator Fred Noonan by her side, Earhart's Lockheed Electra soared over continents and oceans, facing unpredictable weather, mechanical challenges, and the constant pressure of navigation in an era before modern technology. On the most dangerous leg of their journey, as they attempted to reach tiny Howland Island in the vast Pacific, disaster struck. Radio transmissions grew frantic. Earhart reported they were lost, unable to find the island and running perilously low on fuel. The world listened in suspense as her final messages crackled through the static, then fell silent. Despite an unprecedented search effort by the U.S. Navy and Coast Guard, scouring thousands of square miles of open ocean and remote islands, no trace of Earhart, Noonan, or their plane was ever found. The disappearance shocked the world and left a legacy of unanswered questions. The official theory remains that they crashed at sea, but over the decades, countless alternative ideas have emerged. Some believe they may have landed on a remote, uninhabited island, surviving for a time as castaways. Others claim they were captured by foreign forces, or that they assumed new identities and lived out their days in secrecy. Each theory adds another layer to the enduring mystery. Over the years, artifacts discovered on Nikumaroro Island, such as pieces of metal, shoes, and personal items, have fueled speculation that Earhart and Noonan may have ended up there. Yet despite these tantalizing clues, nothing has ever been proven beyond doubt. Amelia Earhart's disappearance remains one of aviation's greatest and most haunting mysteries, inspiring generations of explorers, historians, and dreamers to search for answers. Her final flight stands as a testament to her courage, her adventurous spirit, and the enduring allure of the unknown. Earhart's legacy continues to remind us of the risks and rewards of pushing beyond the horizon. Decades later, the world still wonders what truly happened to Amelia Earhart, and her story continues to captivate hearts and minds everywhere. On England's Salisbury Plain stands Stonehenge, a prehistoric monument of massive stones arranged with astonishing precision. Built over 1,500 years, its construction required immense effort and organization. Theories abound: an astronomical observatory, a burial ground, a place of healing, or all of these at once. Its alignment with the solstices suggests a calendar, but the true purpose remains elusive. Human remains hint at rituals and pilgrimages. Stonehenge's meaning is lost to time, leaving us to marvel and speculate. The stones stand silent, their secrets intact. Atlantis, described by Plato as a utopian island beyond the Pillars of Hercules, has fascinated generations. According to legend, Atlantis was a powerful, advanced civilization that fell out of favor with the gods and was swallowed by the sea in a single day. Was Plato recounting history or crafting an allegory? Theories place Atlantis everywhere, from Santorini to the Caribbean. Despite endless searches, no evidence has ever confirmed its existence. Atlantis remains a symbol of lost worlds and human imagination. Its story endures at the crossroads of myth and hope. The perfect city, lost forever, or never real at all. The Voynich Manuscript, housed at Yale, is a 15th century book written in an unknown script and filled with bizarre illustrations. Its pages depict plants that don't exist, strange astronomical diagrams, and mysterious bathing women. No one has ever deciphered its language or purpose. Some believe it's a lost language or code, others think it's an elaborate hoax. Even modern cryptographers and AI have failed to unlock its secrets. The manuscript remains a locked room mystery, beautiful, baffling, and unsolved. 6 centuries later, its message is still hidden. The Voynich Manuscript is history's most mysterious book. In 1888, London's Whitechapel district was terrorized by a killer known only as Jack the Ripper. He brutally murdered at least 5 women, evading one of the largest police investigations of the era. The killer's anatomical skill suggested he might be a doctor or butcher. Over 100 suspects have been proposed, from barbers to barristers. Modern DNA analysis points to one suspect, but results are disputed. The Ripper's true identity remains a chilling mystery. He vanished into history, leaving only fear and speculation. The case is still unsolved. The Bermuda Triangle, stretching between Bermuda, Florida, and Puerto Rico, is infamous for unexplained disappearances of ships and planes. The legend grew after Flight 19 vanished in 1945, followed by other mysterious losses. Theories range from rogue waves and methane eruptions to alien abductions and Atlantis. Scientists argue the area is no more dangerous than any other busy ocean region, and many incidents have logical explanations. Still, the myth persists, fueled by our fascination with the unknown. The Bermuda Triangle is a modern legend, part fact, part fiction. Its reputation endures despite skepticism. The sea keeps its secrets. In the sweltering summer of 1518, the city of Strasbourg, then part of the Holy Roman Empire, was suddenly overtaken by a bizarre and terrifying epidemic. Seemingly overnight, people began to dance uncontrollably in the streets, their bodies moving in a frenzy that no one could explain. What started as a strange spectacle quickly turned into a citywide crisis, as the number of afflicted grew with each passing day. It all began with a single woman, Frau Trophea, who stepped into the street and started to dance without rest. Within days, dozens, then hundreds joined her, unable to stop themselves. Some danced for days on end, collapsing from sheer exhaustion, and tragically, a number of them died from heart attacks, strokes, or sheer fatigue. The city was gripped by fear and confusion as the dancing spread like wildfire. Desperate to find a solution, city authorities and physicians believed that the only cure was to let the dancers continue, hoping they would eventually recover. They even hired musicians and cleared spaces for the afflicted to dance, but this only made the situation worse, as more people joined in and the crisis deepened. Over the centuries, historians and scientists have debated the cause of the dancing plague. Some suggest it was a case of mass hysteria, triggered by the intense stress, fear, and famine that plagued the region at the time. Others point to ergot poisoning, caused by a toxic mold that grows on damp rye bread, which can induce hallucinations and convulsions. Yet no single explanation fully accounts for the sheer scale, intensity, and duration of the event. The records from the time are detailed, but the true cause remains elusive, leaving historians puzzled to this day. The Dancing Plague of 1518 stands as one of history's most chilling and mysterious examples of mass psychological phenomena, a haunting reminder of how little we sometimes understand about the human mind and the forces that can grip entire communities. For nearly a month, the city was held captive by an unstoppable compulsion, as families, neighbors, and strangers alike were swept up in the relentless urge to dance, unable to resist or explain what was happening to them. To this day, the true cause of the Dancing Plague is still debated, and the mystery endures, echoing through the centuries as a testament to the strange and unpredictable nature of human history. In 1977, Ohio State's Big Ear radio telescope detected a powerful, unexplained signal from space, the WOW signal. It lasted 72 seconds, matched what scientists expected from an alien transmission, and has never been repeated. The signal came from the direction of Sagittarius, near the hydrogen line, a logical frequency for interstellar communication. Attempts to find it again have failed. Some suggest a natural source, but no theory fits perfectly. The WOW signal remains the best candidate for contact with extraterrestrial intelligence. Was it a message from the stars, or just cosmic noise? We may never know. Discovered in 1908 on Crete, the Phaistos Disc is a clay artifact stamped with mysterious symbols spiraling across both sides. Dating to the Minoan Bronze Age, it's the earliest known example of movable type. The symbols' meaning and language are unknown, no other examples exist. Theories range from prayer to legal code, but no translation has succeeded. Some question its origin, but most accept its authenticity. The disc is a message from a lost world, its secret unread for 4,000 years. It remains one of archaeology's greatest puzzles. Our journey through history's mysteries ends, but the questions remain. These stories remind us that the past is full of secrets, challenging our understanding and sparking our curiosity. The drive to solve mysteries is part of what makes us human. Which enigma fascinates you most? Share your thoughts below. If you enjoyed this exploration, subscribe for more journeys into the unknown. Until next time, keep questioning.